Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Ole Miss head coach before the game. He is taking a 1-0 approach. Even though this team is on a 5-game winning streak and they have an unranked opponent coming into town today, he said all we have to do is keep going 1-0 all year long. If we keep a week-by-week focus, we'll look up and be in the college football playoff. That was his message to the team before this game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wildcats offense will have the football first. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
And this talented guy out wide, man, for this offense, he has had his way this season. This will be the biggest challenge for him. And what's the answers on that side? What do they present? Nobody's really been able to stop him, and he's going to get his. But, Palmer, how do they limit the damage, and how do they maybe focus on him and make others beat you?
Well, they talked to us this week on defense. They said, look, we want to play zone as much as we can. We need to bracket him as often as possible in and out, but we know he's going to line up in different spots. So, obviously, we've got to communicate. The one thing the quarterback told us this week is, I don't care where he lines up, and I don't care who they cover him with, if it's one or two guys, I'm still throwing him the football because I know he is going to make plays.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to pass on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Baxter. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over it. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Going to field this one in tight quarters. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So Ole Miss offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And Deuce Knight will be running the show here. He threw for 5 touchdowns in a victory last time out.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk to the coaching staff, they just sort of say, hey, we're going to go as our quarterback goes. And they're on a nice little win streak right now, and the biggest reason why is because the play of the guy behind center. He has been lights out throwing it. He's been making big plays, keeping the offense on rhythm, and avoiding the turnovers. That's all been critical. He keeps playing like this, they're going to keep winning games.
Out wide left, it's Odom. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long. Containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this.
Going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Turns up, it's Rodriguez. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, going to throw it. Turns it loose deep. Oh, it's picked off.
And I guess he didn't watch the tape from a week ago. Because when you threw at this guy last week, he made big plays. He had 2 picks a week ago. They try him early in this football game, and it's the exact same result. You better be wary when you go after that young man.
Unloads to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Hand it to the back. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covering downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on fourth down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll ride him again. Drag down.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuff both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And the Rebels come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Moving the pocket, it's Knight. Look out! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
Wants to go up top on second down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Looking to throw again. Out wide right, it's Lacy. At the 35, he's open. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And that play works because the QB did an unbelievable job. He's going through his progressions. He's sitting in the pocket, and he sees, man, a lot of space out to his right. I get the ball to my playmaker, and he does the rest. This is what's so fun about him. He's going to make the catch. He's going to make people miss, use his speed to make big plays.
The Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. And the Rebels trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Rebels. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Wildcats sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Turning it on.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field. And that's why you had a big play.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll give it to Baxter. All over him immediately.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for them.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Rebels offense is back on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Lacey. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The quick out. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. That holding call backs them up 10. It's now 1st and 20. Dropping back, it's Knight. Here comes the heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin. And you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Throws it back. Tackled way behind the line. It'll be a loss of 7.
The offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
Oh, he's getting it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. To the house. Touchdown, Kentucky. Extra point here will tie the game. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Knight. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. Fresh set of downs going up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Alexander. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. The run inside. It's Lacey. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? They'll try to get the first through the air. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Drops back. It's Knight. Moving out to the right. Unleashes 1. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Nice move to keep running. Past the 6. At the 40. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. On first down, it's Baxter again. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they take it in for 6 more points. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
That one bounced through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Drops back on first down. He wants to go deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, running back on the move. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Lacey. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Knight. Right side, it's Alexander. Still running at the 40. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set him up inside the 30, 1st and 10. He's past the marker. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Kentucky spends its second timeout here. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Going to the run, it's Lacey. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. That timeout taken by the Wildcats is their final one. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Going to take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Looks it in. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To throw, it's Knight. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Quick give. It's Lacey. He's got enough. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He now has 84 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Out down in the backfield. He's open. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. Working the ground game. Knocked down immediately. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. He just threw his nose right into the middle of the pile and was stopped right at the line of scrimmage. We are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be
wide open spaces. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Looking down the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Hits inside. It's Lacey. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? And the Rebels are in the hurry-up, trying to squeak through the pile. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
He has 89 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. On third down, here's Baxter. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. This third down a little longer after that penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Got some room to run. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line. This offense has it with really good field position. From the red zone, it's Lacey.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Working the middle, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. The Rebels have it in scoring position on first and goal. Sells to run, looking to pass. Moving to his left. Touchdown, Rebels. And that one will put him up here in the second half. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Straight ahead, it's Baxter. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Rush is on, and they got him.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
On the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's first and 10. From the gun. Uh-oh, look out. There he goes. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Rebels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Right back to the well.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, it's Lacey. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They want to run this quarterback. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, down here on the Kentucky sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Second down, gonna throw it. Throws to the wideout. Almost had the completion, just missed it. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
He is snowed under nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He came flying up from his free safety position and stopped him well short. In fact, he'll be about 3 yards behind the marker, and it's fourth down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go with Baxter. And they'll make the tackle for no gain, get the stop, and get the ball back. Run inside. It's Lacey.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
They'll give him one to the 28-yard line. Long way to go on second down. Running inside, it's Lacey. Enough to move the chains. Finding some room. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Kentucky spends its second timeout here. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And he gets nothing, and this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels! With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
A lot of defenders around on that screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Under pressure. They've got him. Great pressure on this defense.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Quick give. It's Lacey. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And he tacks on the extra point. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Rodriguez. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Now on 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And this defense has put her game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
And it's all about coach.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snaps on 4th down. He's taking the deep shot. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down to no avail. That is the exclamation point, and they remain perfect.